I want you to think about something. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend. What impact do they have on your life? How happy do they make you? This video is for everyone who has trouble letting go. For those who are on the fence as whether or not they should stay or leave. Think about your boyfriend, think about your girlfriend, think about your non-binary significant other or otherwise. Do they kiss you in the morning? Do they hug you goodnight? Have they presented you with flowers or other gifts? Was that even necessary? How do they treat you when they're angry? How do they treat you when they're kind? Does it feel like they're the one for you? Do you feel so incredibly happy when you're around them? Think about how much you miss them when they're gone. Do they want children like you do? Do they not want children like you do? What is their political position? What is their religion? I want you to realize that the person that you're in love with, or the person that you're not sure how you feel about, they are not one in a billion. They are one of billions. The way he laughs is identical to others. The way he smiles, the look in his eyes. None of these things are unique. The music he's into is probably a product of the generation he grew up in. The TV shows he watches likely are results of the advertisements that significantly resonated with him. The clothes he wears, even the food they eat, rarely special. You care about this person so much. Or do you? What is care? What is consideration? Is it a means to get someone to like you more? To be most socially acceptable? Do you care because you want them to appreciate you more and show you more kindness? Or do you care because it is something beyond your control? Because you need them so much. And you don't need anyone, but specifically them. How many people have you met in your life? 100? 1,000? Most of those people were not within any reasonable range of what your preference for a significant other would be. Imagine if you typed in a specific age group, a specific gender, a specific height, a specific body type, a specific hair color. Imagine then all the competition for your significant other. Would you pick your significant other if there were a lineup of all the eligible potential significant others that you could have? Is that person really above and beyond? Or were they just convenient for you? Were they local? Or were they far away? Did they go to your church, your school? Did they work at the same place you did? Is you being with them simply a product of chance? Or are you actually in control of your life? We pretend there are no arranged marriages in our country. We pretend that most everything is our choice. Yet, did we choose where we were born? Did we choose the circumstances of our life? Many of the elements that make up our existence are completely beyond our control. So how can you say you winding up with your partner wasn't arranged? Until you thought about this exact point. Maybe it's all a lie after all. Soulmates, the one, the person who is right for you out of everyone else. Do you really think that they grew up next door? Think about statistics, probabilities. How likely is it that they just wound up near you? And that out of all the billions of people on Earth, They just happen to have the perfect configuration for you. Or maybe you don't know what perfection is. Ask most any person who's dated, broken up, dated again, broken up, until they eventually found somebody that fit. The person you're on the fence about, or the person you're unsure about. The fact that you're in the place you are right now says that maybe someday you'll be looking back on this relationship, wondering why you ever wasted your time on it. Or maybe things are far more complicated than that. But if you are to understand anything about your situation, understand that you are a tiny person with another incredibly insignificant person. You are in a tiny town within a province or a county, a city or otherwise, inside a state or a country or both. And even that country might not be that significant. Zoom out even more and you have a continent. That continent may seem like a big portion of the earth, but zoom out again and you have a planet. Zoom out once more, and you have a fraction of the universe. Zoom out again, and Earth isn't even recognizable from where you are. It's just another speck of nothing in a massive collection of seemingly dust fragments. Now zoom back in. There you are. A person who is thinking that the person they're with may be their soulmate, maybe the perfect significant other, or maybe not. You're so consumed with limited thoughts about simple, redundant things. You're so consumed with generic concerns about ordinary things that are quite simple. Your days are ticking away. The time you have left is but a blink of the eye in the grand scheme of things. And instead of focusing on living out your dream, or at the very least, having fun, enjoying your life, you're instead wasting your time debating an issue which I think we both know you've already come to a conclusion over. There's a possibility this person can be right for you, and it's simply the mental state you're in that makes you question things. But even more likely is that you're not happy. And you're not happy because the situation isn't right. So change your situation. Make things right. Understand that relationships aren't something that comes easily for most everyone. Finding the right person is a journey, and journeys often have hard times. Journeys are often long. Oftentimes on a journey, people will give up prematurely and settle. You were looking for something wonderful, but this will do. Is this really the person that you want to have kids with? Is this really the person that you know you can count on? If you take anything from this video, know this above most everything else. Those jokes he or she tells, the art they draw, the movies they like to go to, the childhood they talk about, their education, their car, their house, their dog, all of it is going to be forgotten one day, and all of it lacks anything close to what would resemble unique. So understand that your significant other is simply a combination of numerous traits that millions, if not billions, of other people share. If you move on from them, don't worry. There will be other people who have those traits. Or maybe even better, there will be people who do not have those traits. Find someone who makes you happy, who treats you as well as you treat them, who takes care of you like you take care of them, who is serious about you, who means what they say, who is honest with you, someone who will look you in the eyes and tell you they love you, and you know to the core of your being that they are sincere. When your life nears an end, your memory will lead you to believe that it was all so quick, that life is so short. And as some have said, perception to many is everything. So considering when you look back, you will feel like your life is short, I ask you, what are you waiting for? Go out and get what you want. Because otherwise, when it all comes to an end, you may find yourself looking back with little more than remorse. Think about it and make the best decision you can.